Welcome to the Lotus Goddess Divine Love. Hi everyone, how's everyone doing today? Hope you're doing well and staying safe. Welcome back everyone, and welcome if you're new to my channel. I do Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, Twin Flame Journey Chart readings. Let's begin, and just keep in mind that this is a general reading. So I pulled out the charms. I haven't read it yet. I forgot to, record. So let's see what messages comes through. Divine Masculine in this reading regrets turning their back on Divine Feminine. They feel very sad. They feel like they could have had the best life with you, Divine Feminine. There was a lot of love there. They see you and them as somebody who could have built an empire together. They see you as somebody very smart. They haven't met somebody who is very smart and wise. They thought they were smart. I see here, this masculine thought they knew everything. But now when they think back, when they think about conversations with you, they're like, I didn't know. I didn't have a clue. They assume that Divine Feminine, you don't know things of the world. I don't know why that is, but they see you as somebody who is like, they don't really know what real world is, what the real world is like. They felt like the things that they knew was correct, or the things that they knew was more than what you knew. They underestimated you, and I feel like the reason they thought that, because I see Divine Feminine here, you were always connected with the divine. You always knew about your connection with the divine, and you were coming from a place that was very, I feel like, very in tune to divine energy. The advice that you were giving was coming from a place of your spiritual growth, your spiritual journey, knowledge and wisdom that you have. And they didn't understand it because this was a divine masculine who was not spiritually evolved. They didn't grow. They may not have been um, religious as well, like somebody who didn't really think about God, the divine, that there is a higher power. Because divine masculine here may have thought that what you see in the 3D, this is it. This is the way of the world. This is the way things are. And divine feminine was coming from a place of there's not only destiny, but there is free will. And then there are things that are meant to be, that is written, but because of destiny, things may play out in a different way. But your masculine may have not seen it that way. It's like the choices that I make are my choice, my choices and decisions alone. It's like there's nothing else out there that does it for me. So there were two different beliefs here. And I see here that now they see you as somebody very knowledgeable. Wow, this person is very spiritual, connected to the divine. Of course, I didn't understand them. Of course, I saw them as somebody who was maybe like a little bit, I feel like they thought you were a little bit out there. Like it's like, what is this feminine talking about? What is this divine feminine talking about? And if you had mentioned about twin flames, that's another story. If you had mentioned about twin flames, they're like, wow, now this person is making up stories about this, and this. Like, where is this coming from? I've never heard anything like that. It sounds like a fairy tale kind of thing. But I feel because Divine Feminine, you had a lot of knowledge and wisdom and downloads and information. You had this openness about you where you wanted to share openly with your counterpart, not realizing that your Divine Masculine was not ready to hear it and not open to hearing what you had to say. And some of them heard it, but it's like they maybe didn't respond to it, or didn't express much to you because they probably thought, oh, Divine Feminine is just talking about random stuff again. So this has a lot to do with spiritual growth, maturity, evolving, and how Divine Masculine used to see Divine Feminine in the past, and how they currently see you, because they see you as somebody who they could have had it all with, and somebody who really has I feel like a very strong minded, like somebody who when they know what they know, it's like, I'm going to stick to what I know and I won't let you create doubts, make me feel like I don't know what I'm talking about because I already know what I know. And it's not coming from a prideful place. I feel like when Divine Feminine was in that energy, I already know what I know. It's because you have already awakened or you have already evolved at that time where you had enough information to know what it's like to be in the dark about certain things. And you recognize that in your Divine Masculine. It's like, wow, Divine Masculine, he's still there. So it's like maybe I should hold off with saying certain things because masculine's not fully awakened yet. They have their own path, their own journey before the divine, I feel like, shares certain things with divine masculine. So, but at this point, I see here this divine masculine is thinking about how life would have been like if they had stayed with you, but it was all about divine timing. This divine masculine was not ready, especially then, was not ready for that kind of commitment because taking on the responsibility, the role of divine masculine, they were not ready to take that leadership role as the counterpart. It's like masculine was still the palace joker. He was not close to the king yet. And it's like, how can you have eyes for the queen if you're still a joker? you know? So this divine masculine, they kind of knew that they were not ready for commitment, though they were attracted to you, though they had feelings for you. Some of them, they knew that they loved you. But at the same time, it's like divine feminine is, they saw you as somebody who is in a different world kind of thing. They were from two different worlds. So I don't think that this can work. And masculine, they didn't see growth or change as an option. They just felt comfortable in who they were at that time. It's like, I'm happy with who I am. I'm happy with me. And I feel like some cases this masculine was maybe in denial. In some cases, this masculine was just plain lazy. They didn't want to do the work. It's like, I'm comfortable where I'm at. Why should I go outside of my comfort zone so that I can change and so that I can become a energetic match? They don't see it as an energetic match, but I feel like they knew that there was something that was not a match between you two then. But subconsciously they knew, energetically they were a mismatch from you. Okay, let's see what else is here in this reading. Divine Feminine, you continue to do your own thing. I see here that some cases some, there were some times where whoever this resonates for, you may have come face to face with the karmic person. Not by choice, but I feel like you had no choice. Like maybe there was a certain situation where some of you are in communication with a karmic person because of the family dynamic, because somehow you may still be connected with divine masculine, because divine masculine's with this karmic person, you had no choice but to have some sort of communication with this karmic person. I don't know why, but whoever that resonates for, I see here that there is you, karmic person, divine masculine. Some of you have communicated with this karmic person. You were obligated to. I feel it was out of obligation. Maybe some sort of responsibility or some kind of ties to divine masculine that you currently have, where you had no choice but to have this contact with this karmic person. But divine feminine here, you're so beautiful. I see here you're so beautiful, loving for yourself. You are very close to God. I see here a lot of you are praying. You do a lot of I feel like you speak a lot to God. Like you have a very strong connection here. And you are very balanced here, divine feminine. Very strong. Your heart is very strong. Love for self, self-worth, love for God, love for your loved ones. Your heart is standing out very strongly in this reading. You have healed. This is a divine feminine who has healed. You've stepped into your power as divine feminine. When you think of the past or anything that has to do with your past with divine masculine, you recognize that that takes you down a path where energetically you start to feel down. And as soon as you start to go back into the past, you quickly, like, you are consciously aware of your thoughts wandering. It's kind of like once you recognize your thoughts are starting to wander back into the past, that makes you feel the emotions that are connected to the experience of the past, you quickly snap out of it. It's like, oh, I shouldn't be thinking about that. That's done. Or it's like, let me think about something else. Let me do something else. Let me focus on something else. It's like, I don't want to be sitting down the rest of the afternoon crying because I'm revisiting or, you know, revisiting the emotions of the past. I don't want to think about those days or think about that time, because you have so much love for yourself now, so much respect for yourself, and you know that time is so precious for you. You don't want to waste time in the energies of the past. So some of you who have evolved and stepped into your power as the counterpart, you have become a queen. Sometimes your memories drift to the past and then you quickly recognize it and then you come back into the present. You don't see it as like a bad thing. You don't see it as like, oh no, why, not again, you know? You don't see it as a weakness. It's more of like, okay, like at least I'm able to see it for what it is. At least I'm able to come back into the present, focus my time in the present. You have more control over your thoughts. Let's just put it that way. You don't drift off into memories of the past like you used to. You don't sit down and cry and think a lot about the past memories. If you do think about the past, it's very brief and you just try to focus on the positive parts. If you do think about past memories that were not so good, it's just because you're revisiting to grab certain lessons of the past as a reminder to focus on the present. It's like, remember the time when you did this, you're not doing that again, divine feminine. It's like self-talk. I feel like some of you are doing that self-talk. Last time I did this and it didn't work out. See, you see how you went back to the past for a moment, but you don't linger there. You don't stay there. It's like, I remember, divine feminine, the time when you did this and it didn't work out, or the time you felt this and you should have focused your energy on this. Let me do it this way now. It's like you're just using it as an example and then you come back into the present. So this is the reading for today. I hope you like this reading. If you like this reading, please subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below, and thank you all for watching. Have a beautiful day. Bye.